Listen up. Is your website like carbon monoxide? Is it secretly, silently killing your ability to generate roofing leads? Poisoning you without you even knowing it. I like to use that analogy, carbon monoxide. It's a silent killer. I'm sure you people have carbon monoxide detectors at home to protect your household. Or even better yet, protect the people that you may invite over, that you like and the ones that you don't like your mother-in-law. But what about your online presence? Where's that detector? Can your site be slowly poisoning your ability to generate roofing leads and calls without you ever suspecting it? Where's that alarm? Where's that detector? One that can expose the effects of a poorly structured, poorly strategized, poorly executed website. After all, you spent good money on your site. You hired a pro. You're no dummy, right? You had a web dev, SEO company build your site out, that foundation of your roofing company. You've been doing this for years, decades, some even generations. You signed off on it. It looked great on the outside. Everyone you showed it to, they said it looked great. They're not lying to you. Nobody that has ever put their eyes on it, beat down your door, and complained about it. But is it? Is it possibly secretly poisoning your success, your ability to generate good fit roofing leads for your bread and butter services? Well, people, I'm here to tell you that there is. I'll be addressing all these concerns and more. It's how I make my mortgage, everyone. I'll answer all those questions and more in this video. I'll uncover the signs and clues to look for to how to properly diagnose. I'll give you the tools, the knowledge, and expertly identify these problems for you. And for the future, a fail-safe process to ensure that moving forward, this will never happen to you ever again. So now let's roll up our sleeves, break down the 3 most important issues that are robbing you of your qualified, coveted, happy roofing replacement leads. 1, you're not getting enough traffic. Not enough in the kitty. 2, you're getting traffic, but you're not getting any leads and calls. Number 3, you're getting the leads, but they are cheap-ass tire kickers that you don't even want to show up to the estimate. It's time to find out what's really going on under the hood. We're going to do this by walking on a 4-part, 68-point roofing marketing and SEO audit. We call it our ultimate roofing marketing checklist, and you can download it below. Think of it as you would a roof inspection, same kind that you'd perform for your prospects. We go through the same process, looking at an aging website, looking for structural defects, looking for weaknesses, softnesses, things that aren't clicking right, things that just aren't going right for you. Whether you're troubleshooting a traffic drought, fighting low quality, low ball leads, or just double checking that the past or current marketing partner isn't full of it, isn't BSing you. This checklist is going to be your best tool to keep everyone honest. It's the exact toolkit that we use every day for every single roofing client that we onboard. It's the gold standard in our industry. And hey, we didn't create it, we just adapted it. Other people at the top tiers are using this as well. So it's time to stop guessing and start growing. So now we're going to categorize our audit into 4 core pillars, right? Number 1, is your roofing website built to convert? Your site is not just a digital brochure or digital business card or a static menu of services like in a restaurant. It's your 24/7 digital sales rep that's always working for you. And how does it sell? The same exact way as we sell, by building trust, by building authority. So ask yourself, does my site build trust up front? Is it converting visitors into phone calls into estimates? Top roofing companies, the ones doing 7+ figures, they have websites that convert 10 to 15% of their traffic into leads and calls. Not just 1 to 3%, like 10 to 15. So if your site is under 3%, that's a huge, huge, huge red flag. Things that you also want to look at, speed kills. Most visitors are on their phone nowadays. I don't have to tell you that. You should know that already. Strong calls to action, clear, bold, obvious buttons, calls to action to actually get you to do something. Real trust signals like reviews. How many stars do you have? What's your average star rating? Photos on your website that are not stock, they're actual photos. Your trucks are wrapped. You have happy, shiny people that are on your website that work for you, with you. Actual roofs that you've done. I mean, you have to ask yourself, what are the conversion paths on your website? Besides that free estimate or roofing inspection button. I mean, do you have any calculators? Do you have any white papers, any checklists, any Google overhead satellite estimators? What are you doing to get somebody to convert, somebody to interact with your website? Overall, if your site is slow, looks outdated, has no conversion points, doesn't build trust, it's costing you leads at the end of the day. Number 2, is your website optimized for roofing SEO and not just generic SEO? I mean, listen, people, there's SEO and there's roofing SEO. There's the guy that did your dental website for your neighbor that's a dentist, or your chiropractor website, and then there's actual contractor roofing SEO people that are out there, roofing marketers out there. You want a specialist. You want somebody that specializes in roofing lead generation, roofing call generation, making you money, making money for roofers. You know, somebody that does it for a dentist or a lawyer or a chiropractor, it's not going to cut it. It's not going to be a good fit for you. Google's top ranking factors for roofing websites are as follows. Service-specific pages for each roofing service you offer. Sounds redundant, but it's just like Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. If you have a service and it's not on your site, you are never going to rank for it. Plain and simple. Another one, hyper-local location pages for each city and service area that you target. I mean, another Field of Dreams moment. If you don't have a web page that says Chicago roof repair, Chicago roof installation, how can you possibly rank in Chicago? It's not going to happen, right? I mean, sounds simple, but it really isn't. A lot of people don't have that on their sites. Smart, relevant keywords for real homers that are typing into Google. What are these people typing? What types of keywords? Obviously, you have to map out all those keywords, do the research on those keywords, and build the content on your site to match up those keywords. Your website should be built on a clean framework, clean software structure. You don't want it to look like spaghetti. It has to have a specific order of hierarchy. You know, you want your H1 tag up top, then comes your H2, then comes your H3. You don't want the H1 at the bottom, the H2 up here. You have to have it in a structure that isn't like spaghetti. It isn't bogged down by all these crazy scripts. We also check your blog content and relevant posts to be written by humans. Yes, Google knows what AI is. They can detect AI. You know, if you're just spitting out pages on ChatGPT, putting them on your website and kind of hoping that they're going to rank, they're onto that, man. You know what I mean? they're a little more complex than that. So at the end of the day, you need somebody that's human to write it. You can use AI to help you, but you need to actually have somebody that knows what they're talking about to actually write your content. You also want to have things that are freshly written. You want to constantly write something, sort of like working out. If you wanted to be a bodybuilder, you wouldn't work out 8 hours for one day and then put it on the shelf for 3 months. No, you have to constantly and consistently pump out new content to stay relevant and get in front of Google. Google likes that. They want you to use their system. They want you to use their SERP, and you need to go ahead and you need to put that content out there for it to gobble up. Next up, number 3, one of my favorites is, are you dominating locally on the Google Maps? Hey, if you're not showing up on the Google Map Pack, you're pretty much invisible to customers. It's a very important piece of the pie. Your Google Business Profile, the GBP for short, it's a lead generation powerhouse, but only if it's fully optimized, if you're fully using it and you're constantly updating and posting content to it. In order to rank up there, you pretty much have to nail your name, address, and phone number. We call it your NAP. It has to be consistent across all directories. Even if there's a minor error like an ink after your name or a different phone number, it thinks you have extra mouths to feed. It thinks that you're like a whole nother company. So you want to go in and clean all that up. unify it, and suppress duplicates. So that way you don't have a ton of mouths to feed, you have one mouth to feed. I mean, let's talk about reviews. You have to get 5-star reviews regularly, and lots of them. That's a huge, huge ranking factor in Google that puts you up to the top. Posting updates weekly on your Google business profile, your GBP. Filling out every category, field, service, Q&A, FAQs, putting real photos on there. I mean, it's a Google product. They like it when you interact with Google products. They're Google. They're going to rank you higher when you use their product. It's pretty simple. And hey, the stats don't lie. People are 3 times more likely to trust a roofing contractor with a complete Google profile. It's just a fact of the matter. And yes, Google is watching how active you are. They are spying on you. They are, cataloging all that stuff. They are watching all of that. So hey, if your competitors are beating the crap out of you on the map, it's probably one of the many reasons why. Next up, above the map, you'll see local service ads. The ones that say Google guaranteed, they have your star rating, all that good stuff. Those are pay per lead, not pay per click. Beneath that, you'll see AI is becoming more relevant. You'll type something in there, and AI will spit out what it thinks the answer is. And people stop there. They see the AI, they read whatever it has to say. It's got a couple links to it. They don't go beyond that. So that's another pretty important piece of the puzzle. And number 4, finally, are you tracking what actually matters? Look, guessing is not a business strategy. If you're not tracking at least the basics of traffic coming in, which keywords you're ranking for, how many leads each channel brings in, then how do you know it's working? How do you know if the dollar you're spending is an expense or it's an ROI? And if it's not bringing in ROI, how are you making the decision to cut it? Are you just guessing? There's no reason to nowadays in this day and age. You could track everything, and you should be tracking what is important to you and your business. So, let's talk about some of the key performance indicators that you should be tracking on an actual live dashboard. You don't want to just track gross traffic or gross calls. You need to track qualified leads, form submissions, keyword movement, ranking up and down, top 100, top 10. How do you know what direction you're moving in? Most importantly for us too, marketing return on investment, ROI. You need to set up a live dashboard that you can look in at any time, any given moment, any day. We set that up for our clients. You should set it up too. And then you need to know what is working so you could double down on what's working and cut the fat, cut the crap on what is not working for you. The difference between guessing and tracking correctly is the difference between flat growth, just taking whatever walks through the door, and scaling into a multi-million-dollar operation. In closing, I'll be blunt. The roofers that are dominating your service area currently, they're not sitting around. They're not waiting for things to slow down. They're not hoping things just shape up, or just taking whatever comes through the door. They're on top because they're actually working at it, and it's not just because they've been around longer. There's a lot of you that have been around way longer than other people that are getting out positioned. These guys that are on top of Google, they're running ads, they're running marketing campaigns, they're running funnels, they're running audits, they're checking their data, they're making improvements every single day, every single month over month over month. They have action, they have movement, they're making waves, just not passively sitting behind the scenes hoping for things to happen or just waiting for food to come on the table or work to come through the door. And I'll admit it, some of these guys, they don't even deserve to be up there. They don't have any notion of even being up there at all. But nobody's actively trying to knock them off that list and knock them out of their place and take their place. So, if nobody's actively going after it, of course, somebody has to be there. Not all areas are like these Red Sea violent areas of conflict, the Denvers, the DFWs, these places where, roofing is cutthroat. Some of these areas are wide open. You got to ask yourself, is that you? Are you the guy to knock one of these guys out? Are you the one that can take their spot? Can you actually do that right now and take it from them? Are you that company? Are you that person? Now, if you would rather just worry about running your roofing business and not worrying about the latest and greatest in roofing marketing, if you want to fast track this process with a marketing professional, a roofing marketing professional, we have 25 plus years of making our clients millions. You could book a lead acceleration strategy session with me, Carm Taglia, CEO of Roofing Rev Marketing, right here, right now. Even if you don't feel like we're a good fit after going through our strategy session, I mean, at least you're going to walk away with a clear custom blueprint that shows you where the gaps are and how to fill them. I mean, I'm going to show you exactly why the top 3 competitors in your target area are where they are, why you're not, and I'm going to give you a plan to rectify that, a plan of attack to push forward. Either way, do something, because the next 100 roofing calls in your backyard, they're coming regardless, right? I mean, question is, are they going to be calling you, or are they going to be calling the guy down the street? So download, book a call with me. Looking forward to it.